Welcome back. Before we get to styling, adding the hover effects, the image, grayscale, filter, all of that, I just want to add two other things. One, we don't have a link. We can't click on these dogs. We can click up here, but I want to be able to click on each individual dog to go to the appropriate route. And also, I'm going to refactor my code. Right now, I have a container that I'm using inside of dog list, as you can see there, and another container I'm using in dog details. I'm going to remove that. So those two tags. And then from my dog list, I'm going to do the same thing. And right now you'll see things are not contained in the middle like we had them before. If we go to one of these dogs, it's a little bit larger. So what I'm going to do is wrap everything in a container inside of I could do it in routes. I'm going to do it in app.js, I think, right here. So I'm not going to wrap my navbar, which I could. I'll show you what happens in a moment. Div class name equals container. There we go. And then just wrap our routes inside of that. And we just end up with our content back how it was before. But now we're not duplicating that container. And if I wanted to, if I put the navbar in the container, it just moves it all the way over. So I'm not really a fan of that look. Sometimes people use a container inside of the navbar, so they have the actual navbar go all the way across, but then the content inside is within a container, so it's more towards the middle. I don't really like that look, so I'm just going to go back to this. So as far as adding the links, we need to go to the dog list, and we just want to make the name a link, or we could make the whole thing a link. Let's just make the name for now. So we need to import link. We don't need nav link from React Router DOM. And then right here where we have this H3, I'll just put a link inside. The one annoying thing about when you use a link is an anchor tag that's generated, and we get those default styles, including the text decoration, the underline, which I don't really like. So we'll fix that when we style things. So we need to give it a to prop. And for each dog, it needs to be /dogs/ whatever their name is. So we have d.name. So we could make a separate variable. We can do our good old backticks /dogs/ and then add in with $ curly braces d.name. And let's see if it works. This is what I'm talking about, the default link styles from Bootstrap. I'm not a fan, but that takes us to Whiskey, Hazel, Tubby. Okay, so that's all working. All right, so in the next video, we're really just going to focus on styling, no new functionality. So if you want to see how to do some of those effects, that fancy underline I showed you in the first video, an animated underline when you hover, the black and white filter that resolves to full color when you hover, that sort of thing, stick around for the next video.